Hi everyone, my name is Kayla Adams and this is my little video on why I choose to study wildlife management. For me, there are many reasons, but I will attempt to narrow it down to some significant events in my life to explain why I continue to love this field so much. So to start off, I grew up on a cattle farm in southern Missouri. I have 4 younger brothers, and we all learned how to hunt and fish from a really early age. I've always had a really strong affinity for other beings in general, and I pride myself on being an animal lover. My brothers like to tease me that I am the softie of the group. There were many times that I would bring home any stray cats or dogs that I could find, and they would just become part of our family. I even had pet snakes and lizards as well. I spent most of my childhood outside, and the first time that I realized I cared about wildlife conservation was when I noticed that the land was changing. There were 2 major events that stick out in my mind. The first is that there was a creek by our house that me and my brothers would always swim in, but over the years it began to dry up. And to this day, it rarely even has water in it. It turns out that another farmer up the road from us was irrigating this water for crops, and even though his practice has stopped, the effects on the land remain the same. The second is that I didn't hear as many bobwhite quail anymore, and if you do any research on it in the state of Missouri, bobwhite quail populations have been declining for quite some time. So this sound was something that really framed my childhood mornings when we were all out checking cattle or building fence. And I began to question this change, and it turns out that because of all of the clearing and brush hogging that we would do for the cattle, it was causing an increase in habitat loss for the quail. So with the full support of my dad, we started our research and we built habitat areas for quail all over the farm. And still to this day, they look like this. Still to this day, these brush piles are everywhere, and many of them all house bobwhite quail. So it's something like this that I realized I could make a big difference and that my actions mattered. So after I graduated high school, I took a few years off. It took a little bit of time for me to decide what I wanted to do. I married my best friend Dylan and then went back to college and got a degree in wildlife conservation. I graduated in May of 2019, and it was 4 years of extremely hard work, but it was well worth it because my passions are as strong then as they are now. During my time in school, I completed several internships, but the most notable were with the Missouri Department of Conservation and Wonders of Wildlife. And for anyone who knows what Bass Pro is, the headquarters are in Springfield, Missouri, and they started Wonders of Wildlife as an educational tool. So I got to survey for white-tailed deer, go undercover for trout fishing. I got to train a turkey vulture, teach 5th through 8th grade students about animal conservation, do public forums, and all of the animals that I worked with during this time were all used for education purposes, and they were unable to return to the wild because of an injury. And a fun fact I have for you is that turkey vultures will actually vomit on you when they are nervous. So today I continue to study wildlife conservation. I moved to Wyoming with my husband Dylan, and I work for the Bureau of Land Management. It's been the most fulfilling work that I've ever done. I chose this class because I truly care about how we manage our natural resources, especially the wildlife, and I want there to be enough for everyone to enjoy for many years to come. We continue to spend all of our free time outdoors. It is my opinion that it's the best way to connect with nature. I feel more alive outdoors, and every day my appreciation grows for what the land provides each and every one of us. I hope all of you have a great semester, and thanks for watching.